Hello, everybody. So, I'll wait for maybe one or two more. But to be quite honest, I don't think we need this at the moment with our crowd. But I am going to do it anyway because it reminds me of something. So, first of all, welcome. Thank you all for coming to represent Independent, Kirosola, Seeds, and WCRD for real. Because it is genuinely a very good start. Here we are. Yes? We've got 4 media organizations. I am very, very proud and honored to be able to work with you all. As you may know, I've been part of the university many years, doing much of this kind of thing volunteer-wise, and here I get to stop doing other things for money and dedicate some time with this to earn a living. But again, thank you. So the organizations, as we see them in order, Chuck Sips representing Independent. The NEIU Independent. And many of you already know Chuck, I'm presuming. And then we have Sara Galan Orozco. Got that right? I didn't flip the wrong way. Representing Keong de Sola, formerly known as Keong de Sola, now QOS. And maybe you can explain the change. And then we have Kathryn Hudson here representing Seeds Literary Magazine. And Trudy Leong with WCRD Chicago. So, what brings us all together is media. You are the voices of societal critique, societal observation, and so on, many of these things. But here we are, and why we're here in this room, maybe you've had a Meet the Media event before in the student lounge. If any of you have been in the student lounge recently, you know why it might not be the best place to present. Just because it's a hotbed of activity, but not a place where you might want to bring a guest. And during the interview process, one of the students in the interview, her name was Nick, some of you might know her, we were discussing that faculty and staff and some of the administration are given accolades quite plentiful. Maybe not enough, some of them, but definitely the university promotes their staff and people with authority. And Nick said, why aren't we up there? Why aren't we getting these accolades, these awards, these honorarium, this recognition? And I thought, well, that's a wonderful question. Why not present ourselves in that way of deserving such things? And that's why we're here. And the original intent was to have speakers, and the speakers were to discuss things of free speech, which right now everybody is very, very, very aware of in this university with an event coming in just about a week, where you may feel that you do not have a voice, except perhaps you all do, because you're the media, you're the ones critiquing, observing, dialoguing, documenting our community here, and that's why you need to be feeling as if you are in a professional setting. You are welcome to be up here as experts, because you are professionals. You're learning still, you're growing still, you're from each other, very much, but I just wanted the setting to be as such, that you all know what is worth going for. And again, this is a great core. And perhaps it's silly, I'm talking on a microphone to this small group, but it's not. We talk on a microphone to nobody in a room in the radio station. So, you know, again, it transmits over the radio. But I do want to honor Kathryn's time, who has a class. And on that note, I want to thank you all for being here on a night that there's production, there's a football game that I've heard about, and you all have classes. Yeah. So maybe will sit.
Thanks for listening to me. Let me go first. Some of you might have classes too. I don't know. So I'm going to talk and sort of rush away, which kind of makes me sad because I want to hear everyone else's information. I don't know a lot about the radio station, so I might sneak into your office someday soon and get some information. So we're the Seeds is the Literary and Visual Arts Journal on campus. I was a part of it in 2014, I think, when I first started here. It might have been 2015. And then I was a part of it last year, and I'm here again. I really love Northeastern. I'll probably be here for a while. I'm a grad student in the English department, and I finished my BA here. So we produce, in the past couple of years, we produced one journal. This year we're producing two. So we have this larger journal, and in the spring we'll produce something maybe not this big, but something more like that. This fall we're going to produce a smaller zine style, sort of handmade themed issue around the idea of, it'll be a little bit more political in nature. We want to respond to everything that's happening in the world. I actually got the idea, I was talking to another editor, Bryce, about talking about The Handmaid's Tale, and I love that. I'm going to watch the show till it ends, and I love the book. But what frustrates me about that show and a lot of news organizations and a lot of just pop culture is that we're just perpetuating the same sort of, what do we call it? Sometimes I call it torture porn, sometimes I just call it like disaster sensationalism, but we're not thinking about new smart ways to work ourselves out of this. Not necessarily that, I don't know if we can, but I think that's where we need to be thinking. And so how can art do that? Or how can we use art to react to that? So that's sort of the theme. I have flyers. I have lots of copies of the journal and lots of flyers, so if you didn't get one, they're out there. Feel free to take one. The submissions are due October 1st for that. And then we'll open submissions up for the spring journal. And Seeds itself is a student-run organization, and we are supported by faculty. We're also supported by Amanda Blatt, faculty extraordinaire back there, her literary editing class, which is really fantastic. So we'll get a lot more knowledge in the whole editing and publishing process. But submissions are not restricted to students. So if you know people from other universities or outside of universities, high school students could submit. We have a content policy that's on the website, and we wouldn't publish anything that violates that. And we are going to sort of direct people towards the theme in the fall, but then you can submit whatever is in your heart in the spring. And then we have an email list because we host public meetings. Our first one will be the 18th. It's a Wednesday from 5 to 6. We're just reserving a room for that. And so if you didn't get a chance to send me an email and you want to, I'll leave that there. I don't know if you figure that out in a minute. But I send out emails about events we're having and just kind of general stuff happening in the English department. There's a lot of really cool readings going on that students are involved in. The creative writing faculty host brings in some really amazing writers and artists. And so I can get that kind of information to you. I think that's... Does anyone have questions about Seeds? Might have been rambling that too quickly. Did you have a question?
I'm actually pretty interested to know
as I say thank you to Kathryn for presenting, and have a wonderful evening as you depart. I want to point out what she just said is that the students this year and the former years have melded it into their own. Something similar to Keonda Sola changing over to QOS. Again, a different focus, perhaps in the 70s, than it is today, a little more widespread, which I think will, on that segue, we will speak with Sarah, or Sarah will speak with us next. But I also want to add something. I do know a little bit as far as, yes, Seeds was the Apocalypse, and before that, American Goat. So the magazine does go, or the literary book, if you will, depending on your perspective, goes back at least 30 years. An old friend of mine, Effie Mahopoulos, was a writer in there, and so on and so forth. So many generations have come through, shared experiences with the Independent, with WZRD, perhaps with Keonda Sola, but Seeds has a long history, and I'm glad you are there to, again, make it meld to your generation, so to speak. So.
One quick thing I think to mention, the Independent very graciously has a little Seeds corner as part of the publication that comes out every 2 weeks, and so if people are interested in submitting a piece, they publish 1 to 2 poems, kind of depending on how much area they have, and that information will be on the email blast that I sent out. So lots of ways to get your work out if it works. I'm interested in collaborating with all. I know that's kind of the whole point. I didn't actually bring that up. The whole point of the meeting.
It is, yes.
Yeah, so there's way, I mean, I'm sure you'll talk about that. I'm sorry I have to leave. But I know in the past there's been talk about like reading the journal on air or maybe creating a digital copy of this, and I know we collaborate a little bit.
Well, we do have a copy of Seeds in Studio A, and we will read selections from Seeds as our non-entertainment programming. However, it's going to be very entertaining.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And if you didn't get a journal in the while, there's lots. Is it okay if I leave that box?
Yeah, I'm
Okay. All right. Thank you for your patience.
very well. Again. Thanks again, and Amanda Goldblatt, thank you for working with the students in the past years and continually. Amanda just recently published a book called Hard Mouth, yes? Perhaps you want to check it out, professor in the English department. Before I lead on the segue we talked about to Sarah, I wanted to know if there's anybody up here else who has a time restriction, or are we cool?
Am I the time restriction? I have like another event I have to attend.
You do another videotaping, another audio recording.
I guess I'll stick around because I do want to videotape the whole program. So.
Okay. By the way, Trudy's videotaping in case you would like to have a copy of that for later. But again, Kathryn also brought up the point of collaboration, and my ideal is that there is cross-contamination, cross-breeding, cross-training between, pardon my funny words, I do